And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory. Alright, I've shut off the fuel generators over here, and we've had another drop here in power generation. So we're gonna dismantle all of these guys. This one seems to be bugged out. It's saying there's fuel in it. It's saying there's no power for some reason. I mean, I did hook it up. I even re-hooked it up. And yeah, for some reason it's bugged out. So away you go. And we have nice and quiet again. Beautiful. So you can come over here. And I'm going to dismantle these. What I want to do, we're going to try to beef up rubber production using this fuel. Because we have plastic that's right over there, and we could hopefully fit a refinery in here. Oh yeah. I do believe we can fit... We could fit several, but we don't need many. Give ourselves some space. And if I really needed to, I could radically increase oil processing over here, because that pump right there is still like the one outlet. Like I could really increase that. So we're gonna do recycled rubber, which is gonna use 60 fuel a minute. It's gonna use 60 plastic a minute, but it's gonna give us 120 rubber a minute, which is fantastic. I might even be able to squeeze it right in between here, maybe, but yeah, we want to use that. So that's going to use 60 fuel a minute. We are producing slightly over the 60 fuel because I added these up. From these three are going to give us 100 total residue a minute. This wants 120, so this is going to be dropped by about, oh, I don't know, divide that by 5, you're looking at 10, 20, so you're looking at what, 20, slightly, well, if we go, we're looking at about 70 a minute, give or take, 60 to, well, yeah, 60 to 70. We'll start with one of these and work from there. Finish that autosave. I did set that autosave to be a little less frequent. Hopefully that change took. Okay, so first thing we want to line this up, if we can, with that. It looks like it lined up fine. Good, good, good. Now let's get a line of plastic in here somehow. We want a little bit further away. Let's try to get plastic somewhere like right there. Maybe skim along the edge of this thing. So I'm just going to put a splitter on this. Like right there. And let's see, this is gonna be a little, let's see, that is already 3 high, so that's good. We don't need a whole lot of throughput on this, so I'm not gonna go crazy on the belts. Okay, now we do it there, and then we could set this up. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little further, but that's okay. Right there is a good line. So if we take Mark V belt, stretch it across here, put a splitter I want to, you know, make sure we leave room for some expansion. Mark II conveyor is probably good enough. And then bring this out like that. Should get some plastic in. All right, now let's get some pipes. Like so. And we could, I mean, overclock this a little bit. Now it's filling up. This should reflect that right away. There we go. Okay, now for the rubber. Rubber is the fourth up. This is going to be a little... I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be able to get around here. So right in over here. Yay! Alright, now we want a merger right over there. Okay. Over here, if we... I mean, this isn't going to produce any fluid, so I think a merger on the floor here is probably going to be fine. Just like we did with petroleum coke. Like that. And then let's raise... Yeah, let's raise this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect you up. He's already maxed out. Now, should see even more rubber coming in here. Excellent. We're actually gaining ground on rubber. Yeah. That is full, and now this is finally filling up. Oh my goodness. That has been a process trying to get enough rubber for this place. That's really going to help. I mean, it made a drastic difference getting that petroleum coke running and constant. Because that was really that residue stuff that we've had left. That's really where the system was starting to break down. Is we don't even have one token or one ticket from this yet. This thing has been grinding for at least 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, and we're about to get our first token out of here, first ticket. If I had a system that was pumping in turbo motors that fast, that would make... It would be millions and millions of tickets per minute. I mean, that would be... Or points per minute. Okay, I think this is finally... like, catching up here. I mean, I might need a pump somewhere along here. These, well, I mean, these are not full, so I'm not bothered by that. So our residue now is backed up, which is what I was hoping for. And the plastic we're actually pulling a little plastic out of this. This system I left up just so it could, you know, drain itself out. It still has some fuel left. Like, yeah, I don't like wasting material, if at all possible. I try to keep up and keep it going. So there's plenty of expansion that can be done out here, like plenty. With those turbo pumps, with that turbo pump mod, we could really kind of go crazy with oil processing if we wanted to. Let's refill that. Let's use a little bit extra. So yeah, this system isn't, I mean, it'll drain enough to keep it going. Enough fuel out of this system. Now what'll back up is the resin, and that's fine because the resin goes towards making rubber and plastic, and if our rubber's backed up, then this system kind of shuts itself off anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. All right, now let's head back to the hub, the home base here. Oh yeah, well, let all the assets load in. Let's see. Refined solar panels, how about that? It's weird that I've actually got them in here, but I haven't unlocked them yet. I wonder if that's a bug. So the Mark 7, there's the other turbo pump. This thing here, 6 outputs. 6 outputs. 10,000 quick wire to unlock that thing. Woohoo! On the Dyson Sphere thing, I'm not even sure what to... why is that in here like... why is it in here like 5 times? That's weird. I'm not sure why that's in here. So Refined Power Mark IV, this is the arc reactor. I actually have enough stuff to unlock this. These, not really worth it. I mean, you need, you know, like this quantum server, and you probably need that to build these, and you only get a 50% bump again. I posted on the Discord for this and said, for the price and the sort of insanity of actually unlocking this, I would think that these should be really much more, like twice as fast as the Mark IIIs. Like the Mark IIIs are 100% over the vanilla ones. Mark IVs should be another 100% or 200%. So a total of 200%, it should go to 400%. Like, it should be well worth, you know, diving into this, probably, you know, because of the power draw and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't anticipate using that at all. And Alclad, yay. Okay, Refined Power Mark IV. Micro reactor. So this micro reactor, oh, interesting. That is 1 gigawatt of power, and the arc reactor is capable of generating 5 gigawatts of power. Requires advanced reactor cores and reactor coolant to function. Yeah, that is a whole lot of shenanigans. I'm not sure. I wish there was a way to see recipes that involve fluid. I don't think there's a way to see that in here. Let's see. Consumed. No. I don't think it's definitely not in our communications. Nuclear. Trying to show off what this all entails. It's kind of hard when you can't build anything. So if we slap down another refinery somewhere that we can actually do that. Oh, don't get sucked up the tubes. So let's put that down. All that stuff I chopped down has been processing for a while. Lots of wood and stuff. And we have this automatic biomass burner. So this thing is just automatically getting fed as needed from this system. It's a nice little loop. Separate from the base, you know. And I could tear all these things down now too, probably. I don't need any of these. I mean, can you imagine the amount of power that we have right now? 22.4 gigawatts. And, you know, trying to hook up something that's 30 megawatt, like, there's just no... What did I shut down? I shut something down. You're fine. What's shut down? You're disconnected. Ah. Somehow, this whole system is disconnected. There we go. Interesting. So is our power's back up now? Officially? Okay, good. Okay. Let's look at this. So there's a lot of, yeah, refined power. So there's the E65, the element 65, deuterium, that uses uranium, liquid deuterium, probably needs the unfiltered deuterium. This is the E65, and so it's this. So it's sulfuric acid plus this makes the refined E65. That plus uranium gives you unfiltered deuterium. That plus water gives you liquid deuterium. Advanced reactor core is that plus an advanced reactor casing, which is heavy frames and quartz. Cloudy coolant needs water and coolant powder, which is, I want to say, that's limestone, probably bauxite and coal or compacted coal. Or, I mean, the coal, compacted coal, and petroleum coke are very, very similar in look and feel. So, reactor coolant needs cloudy coolant, nothing else, just cloudy coolant, and just processes it into reactor coolant. 5 per minute. And from what I understand, the reactor itself needs 5 per minute. It needs 5 of the reactor cores and 5 of the reactor coolant per minute to function. Microreactor. Not sure what fuel this needs. But yeah, that's a whole process. So because it needs sulfuric acid, and because it needs uranium. I'm guessing we're going to need to build it near our entire reactor system. I kind of want to see what this looks like. Let's look at the recipe for refined E65. What does it need? It needs what looks like 150 per minute of the refined E65, and it only gives you 15 per minute. This needs 7.5. So one of these can support 2 of these. I'm just going over this math in my head. Okay, that's 15 per minute, which is one of these gives you 15 per minute. Okay, and that would fuel 3 of these. I should have wrote all this down. Let's see. Arc reactor. We're gonna want. Well, yeah, we're gonna go to the. I want to grab some. Before I go, AI. No, I don't. I should need AI limiters. Let's go back down. Let's just head over. Let's first put on this. Okay, because I should have some AI processor thingies over here. I do indeed. And some Alclad. Oh, I just run so slow. Alright, let's see what this thing looks like. Holy Moses. Okay, a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. Just a little bit. We have all this space up here that's not being used. Crazy, right? I built this giant, enormous platform thinking I was going to need a giant, enormous factory. And most of the giant, enormous stuff went down over there. Like all those manufacturers. I thought those are all going to be up here, but alas, it didn't work out that way. Can't afford... Oh, I need more. Lord. Oh, that's so slow. And now I need one of these. I can't afford that either. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Okay, supercomputer. All right, let's look. Can we finally build this thing? Wow, it is huge. Do. Look at the size of that thing. Oh my god. Okay, so yes, right here, fuel 5 per minute at 100%, coolant 5 per minute at 100%. Wow, look at this thing. Chamber pressure levels must be at minimum run level before starting reactor. Wow, that is an impressive structure right there. So should we go for it and do the system for this beast? If we look, what's it do? I was looking at the wrong thing. So this needs 5 fuel a minute, right? Yeah, see, fuel 5 per minute right down here. We look at the fuel. Advanced reactor core. I do believe that's the fuel. We get 1 per minute, so we need 5 of these. And we can only build 3 with the liquid deuterium that we're making. So we would need 2 setups to keep one of these going. 2 setups. I mean, I could probably make that work. The tough part, the really tough part is... Can we collapse all of these so we get down there a little faster? There we go. This is not as tough. I mean, sulfuric acid. I mean, I can make sulfuric acid, and I can mine that element 65 in vast numbers. So basically, I have to double all of these setups. Let me do a little bit more of the math involved and figure out a spot we can do this without getting irradiated constantly, because that's annoying. I mean, I could just turn off the delivery of uranium, but I don't think I want to do that. That would shut... All of our power right now is coming out of that nuclear stuff down there. And to be fair, if you notice, this doesn't actually have an output slot. At least I didn't see one. So both of those are input, coolant and fuel rods. Oh, I love the model here. This guy did a amazing job. You notice this thing doesn't actually put out waste. I just realized that. There's no waste involved here. So after all that work we did, putting up a nuclear reactor system, and all those manufacturers and all that work, one of these is enough to power, or an equivalent amount of power as 2 of the other ones. I mean, it just takes, again, a bunch of infrastructure in order to get it to work. So yeah, if anybody is interested in seeing that setup, let me know, because I don't know of anybody else on YouTube that's actually built that. There could be. I mean, I could easily be wrong. I really... But the fact that this place is so irradiated right now is concerning. Oh, look at that. All of our fuel rods have backed up. How far back have they backed up? Are we actually storing them now? Oh, I think we are. Yeah, I think we are. We're backed all the way up to there. That's a lot of power. But yeah, I mean, this would just be a whole nother branch of power. A little bit of radioactivity. I don't know if the advanced reactor... I don't know if these things are... Oh, yeah, of course they're not in here, but I don't know if they are radioactive or not. There's some uranium involved in making them. And if we go to quartz processing... all the load lot stuff. Come on, load it. There we go. So one of the ingredients in this process is not the silica, but the quartz stuff over here. So this, which would need to be ramped up, because I'm not delivering that at all. Sad times. Everything's relying on silica. Alright, well, that is going to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.